I think we can do away with the phrase butterface. After this long a quarantine, I don't think that phrase has any business in the new world.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, he's like on his own. He's like Hunter S. Thompson out in the desert. He's got his own little fucking whole universe going on, and we just get a glimpse of it for an hour or two. Looking good, Andy.
We're glad you look good because we can't hear you for shit.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Fuck, really?
The microphone didn't look good in the shot, so.
It's right here. It's
Not
right
you.
by my. Can you hear now?
So after the last podcast, I was so shit faced with our actual first run of the nighttime. I bought Andy a microphone and sent it. I bought me a new microphone, but I sent mine to Anchorage. I don't know why.
Wow.
I did confirm. It got there yesterday. I haven't lived there for 5 years, but it got there yesterday. And Andy, yours will be there, I think, on Monday.
Anchorage?
I also I kept drinking. I think we finished at 9:30. I remember the lights were out that are on a timer, and those go off at 1:30. So I kept drinking and fucking around online. And at one point, I broke into Doug's Omaha Steaks and had a barbecue at about 1 a.m.
Wow.
just by myself.
Yeah.
I did my streaming like I did tonight. I streamed ahead of time, so I'm coming in hot off of a 3-hour, stream. And then last time, as soon as we got done, I kicked the stream back up and drank until midnight playing video games.
This thing's spinning out of control fast.
Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with you guys. I read a good book as soon as the podcast was over and got a full 9 hours sleep.
Right. It's like
Did my
hearing the behind the scenes stories of Led Zeppelin. What the fuck, man? Yeah.
I went in and found my cat, who I told you guys was on hospice, was dead on the porch when I finally finished 1 a.m. or whatever. So
Left it all on the field.
I wrapped him up in a box and stuck him in the freezer so I could dig him a hole.
Well, it was nice that he wanted to make it through the last podcast before he finally kicked.
He held on.
Proud warrior.
He held on.
He knew he wasn't going to be able to listen to it when it played, so
he stuck through for the live.
Yeah.
I just witnessed death, or was up close to death just a minute or a half hour ago. My little cat that looks like Chad's cat that just died came down with a big fucking rat in her face, dragging it down. This little kitty. It's a little nice kitty and a big fucking rat, and then it was dead. She left it, and it was like, come on, mother. It was like trying to spook it and see if it had anything. Nothing. But I picked it up with a shovel, and it was fucking it just died like seconds ago. It's all fucking. I had a fucking. I started the day off with bats flying in my face, and late in the day a dead rat. So.
Started with bats?
Yeah, and I was spraying water in this morning, and then I'd like to make a loop, early this morning. And you know how when you do drugs, like you guys have been on hallucinogenics, so you can see bats out of the corner of your eye pretty well.
Yeah.
Hey, Erickson?
Yeah, I'm going to have to turn, sorry.
Yeah, the sun is coming.
That's why I wore these, I saw it ahead of time, and I wore these Elvis shades. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Sorry, I just completed the new studio. And
is that your place?
This is.
Yeah, you can't be anywhere else.
This is the.
You got a lot of bleed coming in from the sun. That's spilling.
Yeah, I'm fucking working on it. Hang on a minute.
Well,
first of all, the light source should be in front of you.
Hey, Shaylee?
Yeah.
Did we learn nothing from the inadvertent blackface last week?
Yeah.
we got a lot of upset, concerned viewers to go. I don't know if I like the direction of this, but we got a lot of people coming over from the Tucker Carlson show going, hell yeah, I caught the last few minutes of that shit.
I wasn't gonna bring this up, but there's a guy. I was trying to go on the comments on YouTube and interact with the folks on there, and now we have a guy who is, I think he's a troll, but he might genuinely hate me, and I'm not sure. And the only part of it that bothers me is he hates me for all the wrong, made-up reasons. Like, dude, I'm so hateable for a number of valid fucking reasons. I'm hateable. Hate me for those. Don't make up reasons to hate me. That's just ridiculous, you fucking
for
ass.
steering us off of political discussion.
Well, the other thing, well, I don't know, because he's saying some harsh shit, and he makes multiple comments. I just quit looking. I'm like, I'm not gonna look anymore. But that's the thing, Andy, is he's like, Chad's steering everybody off the political. Listen, I'm not doing that because I think none of us want this to be a fucking.
I mean, it could be it could be Inman. He's probably ran out of tears and decided to be proactive and start trolling us like a Russian. And he'll be on something next week on Brett and then Greg, and then eventually we'll get a phone call from Inman where he'll say some of those same phrases in a hate-filled rant.
We'll know exactly who it is.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure how I've been lucky this whole time. A lot of people have accepted me for what I am and liked me and been positive towards me. And I was like, I don't know how I'd respond. And it turns out I'm mad that he hates me for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Listen to the Doug Stanhope podcast catalog, sir. You'll find a multitude of reasons why I'm a horrible person, and you should indeed hate me. Call me out on those things.
Here's my list.
We posted a list. I don't know why he doesn't go to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could be like a rabbit in the Eminem story where he just fucking disses himself and leaves the fucking people nothing to go with. Yeah, I'm violent.
Yeah. Sure, I got my cat in the freezer.
That might be a little bit fucking non-political.
Yeah, he's just trolling you, man.
Yeah,
and probably also is trying to contribute to the comedy.
Yeah,
I don't get how that works.
No, you get it.
I used
You're
to
not
go
the problem here.
For years, and I guess I put it up, or somebody put it up on my behalf, the Down and Dirty clip that never aired on HBO. I'd go to that thing after, because it wasn't my best fucking, I was under duress. I wrote it all in a, it was a fucking, basically the same old shit. But I was,
you got a list.
Well, yeah, they took a bunch of, anyway, I mean, I could go on and on about how they fucked me. But anyway, I put the whole clip up in its entirety. And I would forget about it, and then I would go look at comments, and it was always fucking angry. People was like, "Oh, you trying to sound like Stanhope or what?" I was like, "No, I was fucking tried to. If I would have tried a little harder, maybe you would have aired it." But it's just like shit, just like negative shit. And then I found that I would feed on it, like it's like days where I was just having a good day and stuff. I'd go, "Oh, I'm gonna go see." Well, if there's any new comments, oh yeah, there's 10 new comments. Oh, now I feel like shit.
Great.
Yeah,
great.
Nice. Yeah.
Thank you, internet.
Perfect. 10 new fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just take it. Going, fuck it, man. It's just more abuse. I'll tell you.
It's never helpful. It's never helpful.
You're never gonna hate me more than I hate me. So challenge on, you fucking cocksuckers.
Yeah.
You get it.
And now that I really don't hate myself as much as I sometimes hated myself, I should revisit it, see if I can get back on even
get back on track.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so okay. So
guy took all his nooses down. He's smiling all the time. He's got his,
but
money's coming in.
So I'm spraying an arc, and I see these bats kind of in the corner of my eye, and I was like, all right, you may be on hallucinogenics kind of thing. I'm not like, where'd the bat go or whatever, but it's like, did that fucker disappear? It looked like it disappeared under my trim board. And then it happened again. I'm spraying and not looking, and then the third time I saw the bat, and then I saw it and it went up under the thing. So I'm like, fuck. Did that bat? What's it do? You know, it's like I don't have a bat cave in my house that I'm aware of.
Building a
Yeah,
nest.
you did. Yeah, you
I don't
did.
know, but I sprayed the hose up there, and the one flew out, and I got up on
like
the ladder.
under the eave of your
Yeah,
of the roof.
like under a trim board. So I'm doing the painting, so I have a ladder out there. So I get up on the ladder like you do when you're not really thinking things through, and I spray the hose up where the bat disappeared, and sure enough,
It
fucking
comes at you.
bat comes out, and it did
Yeah.
just like it did. It followed the stream of water, which I had turned off, and fucking almost fell off the ladder. And then I went and just hit the other thing. You know, it just gave the whole trim board a spray, and two more came out and did the same fucking thing. And then I did fall off the ladder. Did not twist my ankle, but it landed in the way you should twist your ankle. So I can't. I'm on a lucky streak, I guess. Because I didn't, you know, but it was like I didn't know they did that. Same as I didn't know a turkey tried to eat another turkey's fucking head in a fight. I didn't know bats would just hang out for the day under your trim board. So
Well, yeah, they'll hang out somewhere.
No, they're not. They're living in your
Yeah.
house, and
Well-
we had that happen over at the Quiet House over here. There's a corner bead that goes around on the outside. They've got a metal siding, and they've got a corner bead that goes around. And we noticed all this poop, like right down at the base. And it's like, what the fuck? And Derek goes, "Oh, get the hose," and he stuck the hose from the bottom, like about 5 or 6 feet of hose went up this corner bead, up to towards the roof, and he just turned it, just blasted, let it go, and 8 or 9 bats flew out of a hole
Shit.
like that, like nothing, and it was basically where the trim like met up with the fascia at the top or whatever underneath. There was a small little gap, and they all just gushed out of there. And the guy who came by to check out the house was like, "Oh yeah, right there." It's like we didn't even have to tell him. He's right there. You got to close that thing up. They'll get
And
in
you
there.
only wash the ones off on the surface,
Yeah,
man. You got to
damn,
shove
yeah.
5 or 6 feet of hose
I
in there
gotta
to
go
get
get
the
some
rest
of that
them out.
Phil Swift Flex Seal and fucking seal up the bats in my house.
Well, you gotta seal it up at night after they leave.
Oh, God
'Cause you
damn it,
you
man.
don't want to seal them inside,
Oh,
and you
Jesus.
don't want to keep them in there, and because in
And it's a fucking
Arizona,
not
they're
they're gonna
protected.
just- Yeah, these guys are. What? God damn it!
Wait, you can't kill a bat in Arizona?
Oh,
How do
What
you
if
hit
it
them
comes
with a
at you like that?
well, I mean, it's like just like a bear. If
You're
you don't have
allowed
to
to-
tag to
Stand
kill a
your
bear, you can
ground
kill
law.
it. If it's
Yeah,
after
you're
you.
allowed to stand your ground if you feel
Yeah.
threatened. You have
You
to
can-
say that. I
You
feel
can stand
threatened.
you can stand your
Coming
ladder.
right for us.
I feel threatened.
Yeah. I feel threatened.
So,
Do it
so
again.
after I got off the ladder there, going, fuck, I didn't even think I should look for bat sealant, but I went to Walmart to get, because remember I got that message board thing a while back, and it didn't have enough letters. So I went to
Oh,
Walmart.
the thing that's behind you. It
Yeah,
says it's
so-
with Andy.
The other day I went to Walmart. I was driving by and got another message board, and then I took the letters out and then busted it. And then so I was going back this morning to return it because it's fucking busted, and none of the letters are in it. I
Yeah.
don't want to, you know.
Checks
so
out.
and I also the other day saw this cool ass Vietnam veteran shirt at Walmart, and I was thinking, man, I should get that fucking shirt at Walmart. So I was gonna get it, and then I decided, nah, I don't need it. But then and I was back there today, and I couldn't talk myself out of it. You know, I shagged that thing and returned it for the money, and then I went right there to get my shirt. This is like 7 in the morning, or 7:30. I don't want to interact with no fucking Walmarties. You know,
Uh-huh.
I'm in and out of there, so I get this shirt, go to the self checkout, ring up my other shit. I forget what other shit I got, and a couple other fucking items, and then ring up the shirt, and it, ding, it won't work. And then the guy, after 3 tries, the guy comes up and he goes, here, and then he's got he's a heavy breather. He's a mouth, you know, heavy set
Yeah.
fella. Like his mask looks like a sleep apnea mask, all fucking askew on his face.
A
And he's
CPAP.
sweaty, and so then he comes over, and then he gets his mittens all over my new shirt, and and he can't get it to ring up either. And and so after he touches it for a while longer and tries close talking me with his mask off, I'm like, hey man, you know, space it out a little bit. And then he goes, you can take it to customer service and tell them. So then I'm thinking, fuck it, I'm just gonna steal it. At this point, you know.
I knew that was coming.
Right?
I
That's
was
just-
holding out.
You've earned it already. Yeah,
I
I
was
agree with you,
holding
Andy.
out.
I mean,
was
yeah,
holding
I mean,
out
like,
for just gonna leave it on the register and walk
oh,
away.
fuck no, I mean, it's already, you know, I mean, I already shared whatever germs this guy's had on his breakfast, you know, plate or whatever, and his fucking hands all over my shirt now, which I didn't even want to talk to him, and now I've been exposed to the fucking guy who's got a pretty good bead of sweat on his forehead for 7 in the morning or
Yeah.
7:30.
And Andy's been working at Walmart, so who knows how many people he's seen that
Right. Yeah. So
have
and so
COVID.
it wasn't an ideal situation, and you know, and I'm a Vietnam vet, so you know, you got to figure I'm in one of those unhealthy groups, and I've been exposed to this shit, you know, just like they fucking exposed me to shit in Nam. I'm exposed again, and then so then I go, I'm gonna steal it, and then I'm on you know, like they got all these cameras in Walmart where you can see
they're
yourself.
cambered up big
So I'm
time.
like, and
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, you know, and then I've always one of my rules in stealing, and it's not a hard and fast rule, and I've broken it several times, but it's generally if you have a twinge of second doubts or you feel like you might be being watched, don't do it. Well, this
That's
is a
your
gray
conscience.
area. No,
Trust
it
your
isn't.
gut. Trust
Yeah,
your
no,
gut.
it's like when you're gambling and you go, I feel like 21's gonna pay off. That's it. So I'm like, but if I put it in my bag, I'm on camera doing it right there. I've also given my credit card, so that's what it was like, you know. But I thought about it and like, no. So I'll go in there, and I was in there earlier, and this big lady Sarah helped me, and I, you know, last week we talked about the conjoined twins, and I felt like Jesus, man, I've never been a conjoined twin. I don't know what it's like, but this lady helped me return the thing, and she tried to say it wasn't broken, and I was like, yeah, it is. It's broken. And she goes, no, you just. And I go, yeah, it's broken. Look it. And I showed her because I broke it myself. I know it's broken. Don't fucking tell me.
I can prove it.
And then I told her, I was like, you know, I was trying to write God hates fags and I can't hold some of the letters in place. And she's not, you know, she's not laughing or anything, but she's like a fucking really large lady. I didn't really even notice it the first time, but when I got waved in there and I said, I can't get this shirt to ring up. And then she saw breathing heavy and her mask is askew. And she's drinking when I was waiting there, she was drinking from a water bottle or a fountain, you know, a metal one. And I was thinking, well, good, she's hydrating and shit. And and I heard him say, or her say, it was 15 years she'd been working there, 15 years at Walmart. And then I started realizing she's like she's a Ralphie May sized female. And what it's
You
like
didn't notice it at first, and it
I
dawned
did.
on
It took
you
a while for it to
that she was
register.
a Ralphie
I had-
May size
I was super high and I had laser vision and I just felt like I'd made too much fun of little people and conjoined
Fair
twins.
enough,
So I
fair
wasn't
enough.
even gonna. It's just like
Yeah.
looking past her Star Wars barness and getting my money. You know, it's like it was about arguing with her because you know it's like, hey man, this is broken, legit. You know, it's like no, you couldn't. I mean, it could have been fixed easy enough, but I was like, no way. It's all these pieces are snapped off of here. I took a pair of pliers to them. I know there's 4 of them missing. One whole God hates fags, and she didn't say. She goes okay, and then she go and then she needs the code on the fucking shirt when I'm back the second time. She can't, so she's ringing it out. She's just had a drink, and then it's like, where right? She's her hands in her mouth, and now they're on my shirt. So it's like now I've got 2 people who, you know, Walmart lifers who just like till death is probably, if they had a tattoo, it would say Walmart till death, and it wouldn't be inaccurate. So she is manhandling it for a while and leaning on it, and her big hands are on it. And okay, you know, I was like, any fucking, I'm being triggered, you know, I'm a Vietnam vet. It's like, oh, God damn it. And then then a couple of, there's an Asian woman and another woman, I can't even tell where she was just kind of a fucking generic looking in betweener. But this Asian woman looked at the shirt and scrutinized it and then looked at me a couple times. It's like, you know, I wasn't there. I told her I wasn't over there.
Hey, Andy,
You
real quick.
You felt guilty and admitted
So
it
wait,
because she
you
kept
were going
glancing.
to you were going to steal a shirt that was going to also be stolen valor when you wore it. So that's like a
Absolutely.
double stealing.
The double stolen.
That's the double
Oh.
Vietnam steal.
Well,
but if
technically,
you get
if you're a hipster, I think you could wear it like a hipster way.
Yeah.
Ironic.
Ironically.
Yeah, an ironic
Very good,
way.
very good.
So Andy, the
Well-
problem is that it won't scan up. Like the SKU
Yeah.
won't register. Like you keep passing it over and it's just not working.
But
Right.
everybody's using it as a hand towel in the meantime.
Yeah. So so then
Achoo!
So then the Asian woman, she doesn't touch it at all. She's seen what's going on, and she just kind of glances at the thing. She's more.
She's with
it's,
you.
It's like on the episode of Cops where they show somebody's shirt that said "Mad Mothers" or something. They're ironically, she just came over and looked at it and looked at me, and I said, I was like, but at this point, I'd stood there about 5 minutes watching this circus, Sarah and the other ones, and then a manager comes down, this fucking punk, it's like old dude, like you're not old enough to be my doctor,
Yeah.
but he's the fucking manager. He's running the show there at 7:30 in the morning at Walmart. He's calling the shots, and he comes down there and he tries typing in the thing in his little fucking, thing and nothing. And then he goes, and then he takes the shirt and leaves. Doesn't say shit, leaves. And then I'm
Just walks
standing
away
there.
with it.
Yeah, I'm there, and then Sarah goes over, and then she takes a break. And then I see her walking, like, oh, it's like fucking something in her, and I wasn't, and I'm trying to be delicate here, but the thing that covers her vagina, the gunt, at some point I'm just kind of staring down, and I kind of forget what I'm looking at and thinking, God damn, for a second, she's got like J-Lo's ass, but it's in front of her pants, like a fucking banging. Fucking ad, like black guys like that juicier ass. She had a juicy ass, but and then it was like, wait, no, this is in front. This is not what I'm seeing here. This is
Her head's on backwards.
So I didn't see her momentum, but she went on break and she took off and she disappeared where that other guy took off. And then I see her in the checkout line. I still ain't seen the guy. He's gone. Like I know where he's at, where the shirt was.
And
but he
you go
hasn't
through so much trouble for
Unbelievable.
stolen valor that it's actually downgraded
Right.
to
Worth it.
borrowed valor by the
Oh,
time you get your shirt.
I definitely should have. And I regret not stealing it because it would have been I had it. Mask. They're all overweight. It's like they're gonna catch me. Fuck you. So I was, committed, and then the guy took the shirt, so she came back and she had a fucking Mountain Dew. Now, I don't know where she got it. I didn't.
Sherry came back.
Sarah.
What was her name?
Sarah.
Sarah came back and she had a Mountain Dew, regular sugared Mountain Dew.
Of course
I
she
assumed
did.
cold. And then she was talking to the checker, and then she come back. So I'm still waiting for this guy. That's like, what the fuck, man? And she takes that water bottle she had, and she takes the top off, and then fills it with Mountain Dew. So I'm like, oh, okay, God damn it, now I can't help but judge. And then she screws the top on that, and she goes, I still got a few minutes, and she takes off and she waddles into the McDonald's, which is just right there. And is in line at McDonald's, and then the guy comes back and he's got the shirt and he's scanning it again, and he's got a second shirt and it won't scan either. And it's like, God damn it, I said, God damn it, this is no way to treat a vet. And he goes, I'm really sorry, sir. And he apologized, but he did nothing. I was expecting him to go,
Get the discount,
Vietnam
yeah.
vet, I'm giving you 75% off for saving my ass or
Should
whatever,
have.
And so
Didn't it have the price on the shirt?
no, and the tag I got one.
okay.
I got one of the tags, and it's very specific. It says "Made in America," like proud. It's not a statement of pride. They just want you to wear it, knowing somebody in a Vietnamese factory didn't spit in it before shipping. It's what
It's
I
not
figured.
booby trapped.
Yeah, they want to assure people that hey, Bats, I know you've been traumatized before. Don't worry. These shirts have no Wuhan in it.
Nobody rubbed COVID on them like we did the smallpox blankets for the Indian.
So eventually, and I go, man, it says it's $20. Can you charge me $20? And he goes, I really need the code. And I go, wish we would have had that over in Nam. And he don't look at, it's just like he's just like focused on his fucking thing, like it's all of a sudden gonna kick him a barcode or you like stare.
Andy, how old were you during the Vietnam War?
I was born at the tail end of it. I mean, I couldn't have gotten over there in time, man. I tried. I could have been a baby over there, maybe.
Yeah.
But that's beside the point. Kids don't know history, and this kid graduated from the School of Hard Knocks right into the training school there in Missouri to be a fucking manager because he had fucking CEO of Walmart written all over him if he could just get through this fucking stint as a day fucking So he really couldn't do anything. I'd like to think if I was a vet, I should get, like, motherfucker, you're keeping me here. And you've just, several of your larger, more health intensive, you have a woman who's about fucking 700 pounds, who's been here 15 years, who eats fucking garbage on her breaks. You know what she eats. You know what's going on. You track all her purchases.
They make the money on her lunch.
Yeah.
They're selling it to her.
Yeah. Don't act like you don't know what's going on. If and she could have been a super spreader for all I know. And like you can judge people and go, oh, she's a large woman. I'll bet she doesn't move around very well. Mm-hmm. This bitch did. She got to the back of the store before that guy returned from midway in the store with the fucking price. Damn. So I paid full price for the fucking shirt, and I'm wearing it proudly, and I wore it out today, and it's like with a mask and a hat, and I park in handicap spots anyway, so this just kind of cements it for me.
Is there some kind of statement on the shirt? I don't understand.
Just says Vietnam veteran.
We can't see it.
The statement is I'm a loser.
Stand up, Andy.
My statement is I can take a loss.
Stand up. Don't. Oh, there you go. Got it.
I don't know. I got both legs.
Did he move the camera?
I'm PTSD.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Andy, were you wearing the hat and the glasses at Walmart at 7:30 in the morning?
No. I had a do-rag. A do-rag and an American flag.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't figure I'd be interacting with anybody. It's like, if I go to Walmart, I don't want to touch anything that other people are touching, except for shit that was put on the shelf by one of them at night.
You're that paranoid about the COVID, and instead of hunkering down like the rest of us, you know the return lady at Walmart by a first name.
Well, today I did because I spent fucking
last week.
minutes. I got the, you get to know their patterns. It's like in Nam,
To get a shirt to fake his fucking service for the country in a war that he was too young to even be aware of at the time.
If I were a troop and Sarah were the enemy, I know her patterns. I know where to pick her off. Set a sniper up by McDonald's. So be here at break.
Camouflage as a vending machine.
It was more like recon rather than just being irresponsible. It's recon.
I figured I'd take this thing, because I really I didn't want an S with a dollar sign in it. It just seemed like I was asking for money. It's like issues and then had an, and it's like there's not even.
Yeah, you never want to do that, Andy. Right? You never want to ask for money.
My God.
In the meantime, issues is completely cut off on my screen. It just says with Andy. So I don't know if it accomplished anything at all.
He moved the screen.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Well, that's for the after party.
Oh, I got you. Patreon only gets the marquee treatment.
Well, it'll cut. Yeah, it's just it's because it lights up and shit.
Oh shit.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
Well, Andy, if
nicer items at Walmart.
If you get COVID from your T-shirt, then you will have died in Vietnam in the end.
Could I get a Purple Heart for that? Thank
Did
you.
you
Yeah.
did you wash the shirt and dry it before you wore it this afternoon, or did you just throw it
Oh,
on?
yeah, but
There wasn't time.
the damage was done from the, you know,
opened it up?
of the
Proximity.
car. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I should have demanded they
But
wrap it
grease
in a plastic bag and give me laundry soap. I mean, you know, but yeah, so I got, you know, this is, so it's, you know, now 8 a.m. and then after seeing Sarah go over there, I'm like, fuck it, I'll have a sausage McMuffin too.
Hey,
I
you
mean,
got
I
any
had
Mountain Dew back
only
there?
I had one
yeah.
and she had two, but I was like, I saw her eating one. Oh, I saw she brought one over there and then she ate. It's like she had one over there. She sat over there and then she brought second one. Like she was gonna hold on to it for a minute. She ate it while I was still waiting. So I'm like, yeah, those look pretty good. What I do is my secret is I get rid of the top half of the McMuffin.
Yeah.
So it's just
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've
Cut your
noticed that
carbs
about
in
you on
half.
tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On tour, Andy
Smart.
does
I should
weird
do
things
that.
with food. He only eats parts of it and leaves the
Uh-huh.
other parts for everyone else to throw away. But
Oh.
yeah, it's one of the Andy. He'll eat like Doug eats like a bird. Like I went on tour one time where I didn't order anything the whole tour. I just ate what Doug didn't finish because he would eat 2 bites of a steak.
Shaylee, it took me a couple of years to know, but when we go out, I'll just order. If I order anything, it's something really small, and I'll just finish what Stanhope does.
Yeah,
I learned that
because
after a
he'll
while.
eat his fill with 3 bites, or like
Yeah.
this is wrong and just don't say anything about it. But Andy does a thing where he like totally Frankenstein's the sandwich, and but will leave like other parts of it there, like who didn't eat the top half of a bun?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but it's funny.
Cuts his carbs in half immediately.
He-
I
it-
should
it-
do that.
It looks
I
good. Looks good,
Yeah.
Andy.
And then
Seems
when I get
messy.
it at McDonald's, especially nowadays, because you know the drive-through, and I've been going there a lot. Just I don't know, fucking. If there's not more than 3 cars, I get in line just to get a soda because they're $1 for any. I'm not promoting
Yeah.
McDonald's, but then when I get the cheeseburger, when I have my dog, you know, she knows we're gonna split this, but we're taking the bun and we chuck it, and it's like, you know, it's just fun. And then I try, like, you know, I got the window down and then I pull out and then cars are pulling in. And the goal is I haven't hit another car yet, but I try to plan it
Just
on another
wing
car.
a bun. There's
Yeah.
just a bunch of
Swinging
rotten buns.
Yeah.
Or they don't
Yeah.
even rot.
Pile.
They just
Well-
sit over there and live
Well,
forever.
I have-
Pile of buns.
I have seen seagulls and crows after I've left McDonald's. They're, you know,
Not to perpetuate your McDonald's commercial, but I don't know if they do this over there too. But the drive-through is where I go get ice, and then you don't have to deal with people
At McDonald's?
in person. Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah.
they
Holy
really are
shit.
food folks and fun.
McDonald's ice for a buck. For a buck.
What?
Is there a
That
bag of ice?
Yes.
Yeah,
$1?
it's super cheap.
Yes.
And
It's
I like
probably full
now
of
that they
feces,
hand it.
To be fair, I
it's-
read an
it's-
article one time that said
Yeah.
McDonald's there's a lot of feces.
Yes, but
in their
nowadays though, it's feces handed to you by somebody wearing plastic gloves and a surgical mask, so it kind of feels nice. It feels right, sort of. It's like, oh fuck yeah, you guys know this shit's fucking bad too. You're all fucking handling it with like, don't open that bag. We'll carry the cheeseburger sickness in here.
I had to go out today. The first time since they made masks mandatory here was the first time I went out, and I had to go give my son a ride. And Jenny asked me to get her a coffee at Starbucks, so I had to wear a mask and go into Fry's. And it was very surreal to see 99% of the people wearing masks. There were a couple of old white people that you could tell wanted to yell Democratic hoax in there
Yeah.
with no mask on.
I'm
But
podcasting.
other than that, there was.
Call you later.
It was interesting, but then there was a large percentage of people who had it down just on their lip, and I was like,
Yeah.
"That's
You're
kind
doing
of
it wrong.
That's
Yeah.
kind of pointless,
Yeah.
isn't it? I mean,
Sarah.
if you're gonna do it, just fucking throw it up on the top."
Yes,
there.
how's Sarah
pretty-
supposed to
it's-
get through a shift with that? You know, does she have like, you know, and it's probably a size thing, but it's also, I assume she exerts more air per move than I do.
You think
your
her
lung
lungs, her
capacity
lungs are
is
churning out
larger.
more?
Double
Yeah.
double
Yeah.
McMuffin with Mountain Dew churning around in her stomach, and then you're breathing that breath back up.
And this is
Yeah.
at break, so I assume
I'm
she must.
I'm profiling. She's probably a
I don't
smoker.
think the lungs work harder though. Just the heart
No.
works harder, right? She's not pushing out more oxygen, is she?
Well, the mask has got to do way more.
I mean, unless
Yeah.
she's like Andre the Giant, like super tall. I mean, body parts are body parts.
I
They're
don't
gonna
know if
be
John
around
Holmes
the
wore
same.
underpants, but think about his underpants compared to, say, someone who's not packing
Point
the same
taken.
kind of. Yeah,
You're right.
it's
You're
like
right.
all
There,
right,
the
there
fabric
has
of
to,
it.
yeah, there is an allowance that must be
Yeah.
afforded,
enough.
Mr. Holmes.
Yeah, and
Fair enough.
she had a cloth one. It's like, man, I question the science right there. It's like she's gonna need more mask.
Yeah.
And she's been there 15 years. She probably started right out of high school as a 130-pound lady. I'll just work at Walmart one summer and get back in shape.
Oh, like
They
you
were-
on the on the green line with the.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Jesus, Andy, you're in a fucking mean mood tonight. Picking on. Just
Well,
call
had
this
a-
episode "Punching Down," Erickson. That's the name
no,
of it.
I don't think so.
Oh,
I'm a
Jesus.
Vietnam vet, man, and they were punching.
They were punched.
They were punching me. I fought for. In theory, I fought for their freedom in a corporate war.
Oh,
And
poor
and
big
then-
fat Sarah.
yeah. Well,
Jeez.
she should quit her job and get a sister, and pitch their show.
Would you just buy a sister?
Well,
Get a
Yeah.
sister.
yeah, like you could
He's
start a
talking
boy
about a
band.
black girl for
Yeah.
marketing purposes.
Yeah,
He wants
sisters.
to get a sister.
Like sisters, and then one of them, they both work at Walmart, and they're both trying to get airline stewardesses at some point in theory used to have like guidelines of weight and age and stuff, but that went to hell. I think unions fought hard, and now stewardesses are like the fucking old fucking grandma types that are.
I just thought of a great reality show if we could get Walmart on board with it. Is where you take the big fat Sarah, and you agree to move her to a different town. Walmart pays for everything, and she has to transfer to her job. The catch is she has to walk all the way to the new town to her new job and her new life. It's called Skinny by the End. And
My
Yeah.
1,000-pound
Skinny or
excuses.
die?
Skinny or die.
Well, if you put Mountain Dews incrementally spaced out in some sort of like a watering station,
Well, I mean, if they're on board, I mean, we'd have to figure out who was going to be the sponsor. But Pepsi One might want to do it.
And
That might defeat the
Sure.
purpose. Yeah.
but the closer she gets to the town, it goes from Mountain Dew to like Code Red. So she knows she's getting close as the Mountain Dew changes color.
Changes diet
Yeah.
by the end.
You know what I mean? She's like, "Oh, I'm almost there. It's super red now," and then she gets, inspired to keep going.
maybe, I don't know. I don't know her, but it's like with what she has working in front and how appealing that is to black guys as
Customer service,
a
though, right?
juicy
She's in
butt.
customer service.
Yeah, but I mean, she's got a juicy ass. It happens to be in front. It seems like she could do some artistic pictures and make money on the internet somehow. Like she didn't complain about her job at Walmart. It just seemed like
No, you're the only one complaining about Sarah's job, Andy.
I feel
She's
like
not
it's just
complaining. She gets a break, and then she doesn't have to drive anywhere for lunch.
right. True.
Yeah, you're spinning McDonald's every day.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
If she can't figure out how to ring up a
Shit.
shirt, she gets to shrug her
Yeah.
shoulders. And
Yeah,
somebody
I
else
bet-
has to
shrug her
figure it
shoulders
I'll
out.
and
bet
get a
with that-
sausage McMuffin.
With the way
Cody,
her
you figure it out. You're the manager.
Yeah.
I'm
with the
going
way
on
her
break.
juicy gunt shimmers when she walks, so I bet she has trouble keeping the boys off of the milkshake.
Well, Andy, you're the one watching the milkshake move
Oh,
across the room.
I know. I also thought of this at that time. Was like, I think we can do away with the phrase butterface. After this long a quarantine, I don't think that phrase has any business in the new world. throw it away. It's racist.
Accurate. That's accurate, Andy. Solid.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was mesmerized, just kind of staring down because I was like, I didn't want to, I was keeping my distance, but I just kind of looking, and then that was in my sight line, and it's like, it's like just kind of interesting, It's like, why would we watch that 1,000-pound life? It's like, I mean, I'd be fascinated to see her get dressed, quite honestly, to see how that thing, and you just
Fly
look
on
at the
wall
pants,
in her in her boudoir. Is that
I'll bet if you
is that Andy's fantasy?
I bet if you saw, well, I'd just like to see the pants, like off, see what they look like on their own.
You've already got the memory of Ralphie May's pants in your mind. You know how big they are by stretching your arms out.
These were the pants that you would think that, not quite yoga pants, but not quite not yoga pants. So there was a lot going on,
Wait, they're stretchy?
Yeah.
Camel toe's not the.
Yeah.
It's not a camel toe.
Only wear
they go
pants.
stretch.
Yeah.
I mean, but if that were camel toe, I think what I saw was the most amazing vagina in the world. But I think it was a
Define amazing.
I think he means large.
Super fabulous, like Guinness record size vagina, like an orangutan vagina on a woman.
I think we need to start a fucking Venmo to get Andy laid. I think that's the problem.
I probably shouldn't go to Walmart.
Start to admire 600-pound vaginas.
It should say Gateway 2, but
like the arch.
Yeah, so I think I'm done there at Walmart, and I got my extra letters, and things are good.
Yeah, don't go back there.
Yeah, well, I can't. There's nothing I'd need there. I mean, I had to go there when me and my brother David were getting sheets for Larry for his last bed, and we were going to go to Goodwill, and I said, he's probably going to die on these. Let's go to Walmart. And then we went to Walmart, and that's when I found that letter box. So that's why I went back. It's all because of Larry.
The marquee that's behind you.
Yeah, the marquee. Yeah, so that's why I went back today. Yeah. And then, the other day, I got it, and then I was going to just take the letters and break it like I do. I used to do that with shoes. I'd get a pair of shoes, wear them for a while, and then I would get like a box cutter and then cut this thing and then rip them out and then take them back and get a new pair. I was, I didn't want to.
You had to know exactly how long you could wear them before they looked like they'd been worn too much to pull off the.
Well, I didn't want to get molested every time I got a new pair of shoes, so I had to get creative. So I get the new pair of shoes, and then I would trash them after about 3 months, get a new pair, and then on and on.
Space it out.
Yeah.
Always.
You don't want the guy seeing
sad victim face and wore out.
It seems like you wouldn't want him seeing that you needed shoes.
Yeah. I'd keep them
like,
fresh.
Oh, so you need some new kicks there, son. Come on down to
Palo
Alto for the weekend.
Yeah, like I could have sent. Well, I mean, nowadays I could have sent him a picture of my shoes and go, "Hey, how's it going, pal?" But he would type letters. He would type them and then it's like space the words and shit, and then sincerely, Pat. And I was always like, it's like when you get a letter and say you have a relative in the war and they show up with a letter, it's bad news. And my dad would be down there and you got a letter from Pat. Oh God damn it. Yeah, that's why I'm not good. I was thinking about because my mom would say, "Isn't it's nice you can earn money for your own school clothes?" And that's what I got money. That's what I got money. I'd get molested, and then I would get So it was like that's why I'm not good with money. And whenever I get money, I'm always like appreciative, but it's also fucking oh no, now what's gonna happen? But so far, nobody's showed up to molest me, and if they did, I'd probably be like, "Fuck yeah, man! Let me see them sweatsuits." Yeah, fuck yeah.
Did you ever shoplift school clothes when you were a kid, Andy? When I was in high school, a bunch of us kids would go to school down to Tucson and school shop together, And one year, a bunch of them went down there, and I didn't go, and they all decided to shoplift all their school clothes from Mervyn's, and they all got caught.
Nice.
I was glad I didn't go.
I think around school shopping time is when they're on high alert, because I think that's a very normal thing, because they're all there and they're all in at the same time. I never shoplift. We stole liquor from the grocery store, Bonds. We were pretty good at that. But other than that, never really stealing stuff. Well, we used to steal people's landscape lighting, their floodlights.
I stole a Walkman and baseball cards a lot. But once I got into high school, we had a friend who was a shoplifter, so we didn't have to do it anymore. He'd go in and he'd shoplift. He'd shoplift Polaroid film was the big one, because it was
Still
expensive
good.
and it
That's
was
still-
easy to
it's still
shoplift.
pricey.
And then
Yeah,
we'd go
yeah.
in and my grandma got me the wrong film for my birthday and get fucking $60.
They're like, we get more of these returns. I don't
Yeah,
know what it is.
they caught
about
on
these
after a
Polaroid
while.
Returns.
They
We get
caught on
more of
after a
these.
while and started offering only store credit for certain stuff like that. We had to mix it up. But he'd go into the stores and steal whiskey, like you said. Yeah, he was a good
That's a
shoplifter.
good one.
Yeah, I don't know how good I am. I've been successful at it. know.
That's what makes a good one, Andy.
Yeah, I mean, you
Yeah.
know, it's like but it's like
You're still out there stealing. So
yeah,
that's
no, I
pretty
fucking-
good. I mean, you're still doing it. You
It's
haven't
It's
Yeah,
not a
retired.
young, and it's not an old man's game. That's a young man's
No.
game.
Well,
That's
actually-
Legend.
Actually,
You're a
that
legend.
you get
Yeah.
less suspicion on you as an old man.
Yeah,
I've thought
yeah,
about taking it up recently again. Well, before all this, when I would,
Yeah, and it's just like he's saying, you know, he could just claim to be a crazy, you know, a crazy, confused old man and not
Well,
understand the complicated ways of the
Yeah.
department store.
well, I wouldn't.
you know,
That would have
they'd
been the
be
move.
like,
That would have been the baller move, is to just put it on right on camera and walk out. Like I just bought it, went through the thing, and put it on, and then it's like, yeah, that guy. I don't know what he said. I wasn't listening to him. He wasn't properly socially distancing, and but I also there was the thing too, is that guy put his hands all over the shirt, so I could have put it on
Disgusting.
and then fucking been in the hospital right now already.
Yeah.
You know, but I you know, appreciate their service. They're frontliners, man. What they're doing at the Walmart and all those people.
Yeah, they
They're
have
doing
to
it.
do it.
They're doing it for our freedom of a choice.
to get marquees for our
Yeah.
podcast.
Just say,
Vietnam
without it,
veteran
how would-
shirts. You know,
how would it-
essential shit, man.
How would a couple thousand people know what podcast they're watching?
I
There's
know.
no way they
I know.
would be able to do it. They would be like, "What podcast is this?"
But
For
like we could
dummies?
do like birthdays or announcements.
You're gonna do announcements? Okay.
upcoming.
If you walk this thing all the way back to where it started, Andy bought something, broke it on purpose,
Yeah.
and went to get the refund. That's how this
Yeah.
whole fucking thing started.
No,
There's no
like,
essential buying going on
No.
here.
I bought
Well-
one before and it didn't have enough letters, and I'm not gonna make them. It's a light up one. I'm gonna put a S I made out of paper up there. So I got a new one.
It only had one S. The first time
It had. Well, how many are in issues with Andy? There's three.
two. It only had two.
Well,
It had
two.
two.
Had
So it
two?
had two. Yeah, and it had a bunch of fucking
not-
emojis.
These
And-
people have never played Wheel of Fortune.
and
You
this
can't have
offends
just
me-
two
this
S's.
This offends me as
S's
somebody
and
who's
E's, man.
living under a Jehovah Witness reign. Is they have like holiday ones. Like I don't need that. If I want to spell Merry Christmas, I wouldn't, because it's why would I? But you should have enough letters, not a bunch of
Probably
stupid
don't have enough R's.
clown
Merry
heads
Christmas.
and shit. So they
Yeah.
kind of leave you at a moral dilemma. Do you buy a second one and break it, or do I have two of them? And then I'm gonna have way
Well-
more than I need.
Why do you need two of? Why do you have to break it to use the letters? They're self-contained inside?
No,
Oh,
of
he
the
wanted
I
it to
wanted-
return it.
Oh,
He
I
bought
guess I
another
coulda-
kit so he could
I
get more
didn't-
S's.
Yeah, no, I could have just cut it off, and then I could have done it easy enough, taking the letters without breaking it. I didn't think about that.
Curious.
Well, she
Generally,
challenged it
follow
being
along
broken.
with-
She definitely
Yeah.
would have challenged it, how many letters.
Sure.
So yeah,
Right.
Either
Missing.
way,
No,
whatever.
she wouldn't have even
Good
opened it.
plan.
I could have just said I changed my mind on this shit, which I'm
Right.
sure, buyer's remorse.
You should have said, "Open it up. The reason's in there," and then have the message spelled out on the.
marry
you
me,
suck, Sarah.
marry me, Sarah.
Marry me, Sarah. But there's only 2 R's.
I think how
she looks
peaceful
at
that
it-
would be to just have that your head, like use Sarah as your headphones, Mead headphones, and just let that comfort you. Like just lay back and put your head there. Yeah.
It's not comforting.
Ugh. Ugh.
Andy's
Chad,
onto something here.
Chad, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think
Oh.
Andy's gone down a path.
Plus, she's got all those Benny bits.
Dreaming of
He's
laying his head on a gun.
At a certain point, I've gone without getting laid for certain periods of time before, and what happens is you start being appreciative of any kind of
Contact.
vagina. Really, you don't even
Yeah.
whatever. You know what?
Yeah.
Somebody else might not appreciate that, but I do.
Notice you
It
can
doesn't
start
take
to,
long either.
You can almost start to smell them in public.
Got a Hannibal Lecter here.
Oh shit! I've not gone that far.
Well, I'm just saying,
Bodies.
like I don't.
Well, don't go to Walmart because that's probably a
Right.
bad spot to go shopping with
It's like
your
they
nose.
don't go to the grocery
Yeah.
store when you're hungry. Don't go to Walmart when you've been in quarantine for 5 months or
Don't go to Walmart when you're horny.
Yeah.
You'll fuck anything.
And your standards have dropped.
Yeah. The pussy smells like sausage McMuffins.
Look at that one over there. Which
Oh,
one?
And there's
Over there.
sausage McMuffins.
no egg, I hope.
The one on that little motorized cart. Check her out. That one.
She wouldn't have used no motorized cart. She was faster than those things.
And so were you, Andy.
Oh
my
my
God.
God.
That's a fucking lot about Walmart, man.
Andy,
I'm
can
not-
you hear us?
I can hear you guys.
Dad, I just love just to soak in that Andy totally functions 100%. But it's like everything that he does is it's like triggering me. It's fucking
I've
hilarious.
thought about
I
it
love
for so long, Shaley, and I finally just had to throw it out there.
I know.
I didn't even mean to.
Hear you.
Yeah. Of course you can hear. Come on, man.
Yes, yes. Exactly. The answer is obvious, but goddamn, what the fuck? Your hat is. All right, never mind.
You know the average age of a kid in Vietnam? 19. Remember that song?
And a 19?
Yeah. That was the
And
song.
Soldier?
And a 19?
Yeah, then a 19. Vietnam, Saigon.
That's the Saigon. It's a song from the 80s, 90s.
Yeah. Now I get it. Now that I've taken the time to get a shirt. I was thinking they had hats there too. I was thinking, what one would I get? Vietnam vet. Do I want to be Navy? Do I want to be a general?
Double
Yeah.
down.
Yeah,
Wear
get one
a
of the-
hat and a Vietnam vet shirt.
Exactly. Get like
Yeah.
World War II. Yeah. Something that you couldn't have possibly been in both. That would be fucking.
I fought with you. No, I wasn't on the
I'm just a
Ulysses S. Grant.
supporter. It's
I
not,
fought with.
it's not stolen valor. I'm just a supporter, like a sports
Yeah.
team. Don't you?
I'm only stealing valor so people won't hassle me about stealing handicap parking spots. And I'm not stealing those by, it's like
You
a
earned
country
them.
club membership that applies to whoever's driving the car.
Mhm.
There's nothing in there.
Yeah.
It's like when they say those movies where pets
You're-
kick the field goals. So there's nothing
Yeah.
in the rules that say somebody who, maybe I'm picking one up, or maybe mine's not visible.
Yeah. Yeah.
When my uncle died, he left me his truck, and it had a handicap fucking placard, and I never did use it, but I thought about it a lot. And then whenever I gave his truck to his son, I thought about keeping the placard to use, and then I go, you know what? I did tell him, I go, there's a handicap placard in there, and it's gonna be up to you how you want to use that motherfucker. But It was his. I figured now it's yours. You figure. I had to figure it out myself. You figure it out, but I didn't.
What would you do?
Yeah.
I pull right in front and park crooked. In fact,
and then you get out with like an extra spring in your step and like, you know,
what I do
run
is
into the liquor store to grab a couple things, cut in front of people in line, and just like set your money down on the counter after you grab your bottle and give everybody a wave. And
I know they should have a setup for us in the store. I don't like that we have to stand in line as handicap parkers. We should have our own handicap checker.
Oh, you're gonna start making concessions?
But no, I walk behind
should be able to get them to start bringing you your shit. That's what they're doing out here now. You can order your groceries and they'll just bring them out to you.
Park into a slot and they bring it out to you, Andy.
Yeah,
they were doing that here before COVID.
That is crazy that they saw COVID coming.
But I'm an impulse shopper, so I don't know what they would grab. It's like, you know, what do you want me to get? I don't know. Jeez, you got 40 boxes.
What are you hungry for?
I mean, have you got any T-shirts that would be offensive to people that I was wearing it? I don't care what it says. Just I need something.
Well,
the first thing you're gonna have to do is be molested when you're 10.
Well, what I'm gonna I got the Black Lives Matter and All Lives Matter. It says it's not like I said. It's not what I say. That's what the shirt says. But I got this shirt and that shirt. Like I could go to a riot and be on either team with the Vietnam vet, and then put that other one on. You know, like that's how I think. I think when we go out protesting, we're gonna have to have 2 or 3 different outfits to avoid beatdowns. You know.
If I learned anything from Big Jim, Andy, it's that we're going to need 2 or 3 different outfits.
You know, nobody wants to dress up like a Nazi, but if it'll get the cops to leave you alone.
The key. It's been the key since 1973, Andy.
Shit.
Yeah, the cops in Portland I don't even know if they're cops or just fucking Gestapo. And they're snatching people up off of the street.
Oh, I read that.
Fuck shit, man.
Yeah, and I don't want to support the Nazis, but if I had to walk around in Portland, I think dressing like a Nazi would probably ensure that you wouldn't be snatched up by the police.
Yeah, they wouldn't fuck with you.
Hey, bro, do you know where we can get any of these guys? I mean, they're going after people like they know who they are, and it's a concerted effort to grab people and disappear them.
Yeah, it's pretty scary. It's like some private security Blackwater soldiers that work for the Department of Homeland Security.
Yeah.
And the guy who runs Homeland Security sent them in, even though the governor of Oregon and the mayor of Portland both said, please don't do that. And he did it anyway.
Didn't even apologize or just double down on it when asked about it. Dude, it's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah. Hop out of the car,
walk up, grab a guy, politics.
Put him in a van, and then they're off.
It's going to be hard to talk about anything at all
without
it being political.
Politics is going to be happening to us.
Yeah,
at least we'll be able. It'll be like we'll be just embroiled in the Civil War, and we'll be like, I don't want to get political here, but the Southerners sure are a bunch of skanky cunts, huh?
Eventually, we'll still be doing the podcast, but we'll be like, listen, I don't want to get too involved in what's going on, but I don't want to get too political. But there will be literally people fighting behind us and shooting, and like guns and bombs going off, and we're still just sitting here doing a podcast, like empty drink sound, slurping on ice. Like, I don't know what we can do.
We're not addressing what's happening.
And then the one time you break down and cry because of the all-night bombing campaign that's being directed against people in your neighborhood, and then somebody's like, douche, you guys have jumped the shark, man.
Well,
we don't tune into this for that shit, man.
Issues with Andy's gotten way too political, man.
Yeah, the brown shirts killed my dog. Shut up, pussy.
A long time ago, I had to separate myself from the news way before the world was the way it is, because I'm not stable in the way that I think about things, and I respond with violence when violence may not be the answer, and that makes me a douchebag, and I get that. But so then I isolate because of that. But then I was saying a long time ago, I had to tell myself, like, my property, just defend your own property. If some shit happens right out here, then deal with it. Otherwise, block it out, because otherwise you're going to get irrationally angry about things that don't.
That's racist, Chad, because that property was once owned by Indians.
It really was too. This whole area was owned by Indians.
Mexican Indians.
And also, when we first moved here, there used to be right on the corner, right over here, 100 feet from where I'm sitting right now, there was a pickup point for illegal aliens when I first moved here. So every night my dogs would go crazy and I'd come out and there'd be like 30 people fucking huddled around out there in the mesquite trees waiting for somebody in the middle of the night, somebody to come pick them up and take them wherever else. Yeah. So,
like
wow.
Like a positive.
That's crazy, man. Yeah.
So, but it wasn't my, I didn't think about it from a political standpoint. I just didn't want the pickup point to be right next to my house anymore.
Not in my neighborhood.
I gotta exactly NIMBY.
I think I would start selling hot tamales or something.
Spotlight, and I'd go out there in the middle of the night and just fucking flash the spotlight, and everybody would take off running. And I did that for a couple weeks, and then nobody came around anymore. But it had nothing to do with it,
They're onto us.
The butcher of Bald Knob. Damn
it! I shouldn't have told that story. That YouTube guy is gonna fucking wreck me for being racist against me.
Yeah, I know he'll probably love it.
Cheers, buddy. I love you.
God damn it. And we love all of you. Thank you for being out there and subscribing to our YouTube show and watching our little program here. We do appreciate it very much. If you enjoy what you see, you can help us out. There's Andy's Venmo address. You can shoot him some cash.
I could even put it up on this thing.
You can send him
I don't know. You don't
have him put up a message. Not too many S's. Make sure your message only has a very small amount of the letter S.
Well, what'd be funny is a coordinated effort for everybody to send $1. And I got 11,000.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna be asking for money to help finish the special, and so if I fucking get blow it by getting the $1 thing.
Yeah.
No.
Plus, that's our business model for the Patreon, so we can't fucking also do it another time. We'll be in competition with ourselves. So,
well, I just think there's a. I guess. All right. I'm just drunk. I was going to tell another story. But I'll just shut up.
This is going to be a good after party.
Yeah, I'm going to get into the edible.
Yeah. We'll talk about it later. And there you go. That's where we're going to go right now, over to the Patreon to finish this thing off. We'll make another drink and relax and hang out for a little while more. There's what it's called. That's how you do it. Click right on that. $5 a month. It's pretty simple. It's pretty cheap. And look at all this amazing content you get.
Get political.
I forgot to do a bad order, but here we go.
And Chad, join Chad when he plays video games live on Twitch. It's his Twitch stream. It's funny. It's fun. And you can subscribe to his Twitch channel by going to HD Fatty on Twitter and clicking on the link on his pinned tweet. That'll take you right to the account. And if you have an Amazon Prime account, you get one free Twitch subscription a month, and you can use that on Chad if you don't use it for anything else. And there you go. But once you do start hanging out, you're gonna love it. So
here's the other thing too, is that since Stanhope being the fucking great guy that he is and trying to support all of his friends, we also do cool things over, like the last one we had was poker night over at Stanhope's Funhouse. Upcoming is a socially distanced open mic night at the Funhouse. Joby and Stanhope have been putting it. I have nothing to do with it, but those guys.
You guys are going to live stream and
we're going to live stream an open mic night from the Funhouse on the Twitch channel. Yeah.
No, you're not going to get the good Bisbee comics to come there because they don't want to burn their material on your live stream.
Is this going to be working on that? Or will there be any comedy / rap?
There could be some rap.
There's going to be some rap.
I haven't seen Kenny for ages.
Yeah.
I've not seen him around, so I don't know.
Probably working on a new album.
You guys shut down the Funhouse pretty hard.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean,
not hard enough. Property. You're doing an open mic here.
Yeah.
Well,
he's figuring out right now what rhymes with COVID.
It wasn't my idea, Shaylee. That was those guys.
No, it's fine. I'm going to tune in on Twitter.
I just realized that's a terrible idea.
Yeah, I'll be
Well,
downstairs.
hey, different mics. Wipe the mic. That's what happened to karaoke night somewhere, where they were all sharing the mic and doing all the other precautions. But
I'm
you
not
know,
doing that. Maybe
Listen, you
maybe
don't have to talk me out of this. I'll back out right now.
I think for health reasons and safety reasons, I mean, you've got a lot of people
I
depending
don't
on you
think it's
over
a
there.
lot of
but-
people though. It would still be a less than 10 gathering probably, which is still legal.
but Michigan needs that money on merch. You
Yeah.
know,
he's gonna set up a merch
Just
booth.
just Venmo Mishka
hey,
the
you
money.
mind if
and
I
it
put up
Michigan's
some
there.
merch?
I'm more worried about STDs than COVID if Michigan's there.
Oh,
Tracy.
shit. Hi,
Jason
Tracy.
said-
All right,
Jason
so that's
says
it.
hello. Yes, guys.
We gotta go, Tracy. We're
All
going
right.
to the after party.
Later, guys.
So we're gonna
After
go
party.
to,
She's
over
gonna
to the
bartend the after
Patreon.
party.
Oh, that's lovely to hear. Thank you. All right, we'll see you next time.
Well,